So what are the chances I can do a good unscripted video? My morning chore this morning, this area I mowed looked pretty much like this. I had to mow it to get the corrals ready to work cattle this weekend. So you can kind of see the difference there. And you can imagine this all throughout here. So I mowed all of this. Another thing I had to do was take down the panels that made an alleyway here because it's not necessary for the way we're doing things these days. I put in a better gate panel here to provide easier access for people in and out of the corral. I mowed in here, mowed all the places where you have to go through gates because the tall weeds make it impossible to open and close the gates. So just mowed all through here. And then this is a working tub. This panel right here swings behind them and it ratchets on these little bars that are welded on the side, so you can squeeze the cattle in, and then they go through through this little working alleyway and into the squeeze chute to get their vaccinations and whatever else they need. It's a pretty good system. So generally what you do is you bring all the cattle in through here. There's an alleyway over there that leads out through those trees. Bring the cattle in through the alleyway, in through this pasture, in through here, and then through this gate and into this big holding corral back here. Since we don't have to mess with any gates in there, it didn't need to be mowed, and the cattle will take care of that by, they'll eat some of the green stuff and they'll trample down all the other stuff. So then you sort off a few at a time, bring them in this part of the corral. This gate here would be closed. So you bring, maybe a dozen pair in here at the most and start working them through the chute. Then as they come out of the chute, you let them work back into this corral. And you usually have that gate closed because it's not uncommon for a cow or a calf to make it through the chute without being treated for various reasons. So as long as you have them still captured close by here, you can bring them back through, sort them off, and run them back through again. So that was my morning project. Judging by, it's pretty close to solar noon, so I'm guessing that's somewhere getting close to between 12 and 1. So I've got this part finished up, and I can go get on with some other stuff. And one of the other stuffs I need to do, while it's on my mind, is I need to do maintenance on my mower. The air filter saturated with oil, and so while it's keeping the dirt out, which is great, it's not letting any air in, or at least not enough. So I need to take the filter out and wash it like an oil-soaked seagull, and let it dry out, change the oil, and also need to sharpen the blade. I hit a couple of rocks and a couple of pieces of wire, so I need to take a file to the blade and get that going. So good morning's work. And it's about time for a salad for lunch, and then get back to more work stuff.